There's something different in your genes, like a mutation.
Those are like the baseline of any woman just existing.
Nerd Mafia, forget about it. We run laps in 12 parsecs, maybe less, and done flat. A good fella here to bless them all with fun facts.
Leave the gun. Technical only.
What's good, YouTube? This is Nerd Mafia, and whether you're an old or new viewer, welcome to the family. Today we're going to talk about She-Hulk and what may or may not be changing in regards to the origin of her powers. Before we get going though, I need you to forget about all the bad CGI and hit that like button, and if you're new, get angry and smash that subscribe button too. Also, please set notifications to all videos in order to join the Nerd Mob and never miss out on another video produced by this channel. In addition to the Twitter, Facebook, Insta socials, there's now a new #NerdMob Discord channel to talk spoilers on all current and upcoming content of interest, updates for every new video and tweet from the channel, and really just a place to hang out and talk about nerdy stuff. Links for all of that is in the description. Now, let's get into it. Just for reference, it's about a week before San Diego Comic-Con for anyone watching this video in the future. Now, back when this first trailer released for She-Hulk, I rushed out a video reacting. If you don't remember, you can click in the top right to check it out. Anyway, while Twitter was going crazy with all the criticism over the clearly unfinished CGI included in the trailer, I was zoned in on two main questions. First, when is this series going to take place? We all remember that at the end of Shang-Chi, in the post-credits, we see Bruce Banner in human form, and with his right arm still in a sling due to lingering effects of him snapping everyone back and undoing the damage done by Thanos in Infinity War. But we get multiple scenes of Professor Hulk in the trailer and no sling, so it seems inevitable that this series is going to be occurring during the blip and before Professor Hulk gets recruited to fix the damage done by Thanos, right? That question leads me to my next question that's left me confused since the trailer released. If Jennifer Walters' car accident happened during the blip and Banner was still in Professor Hulk form, then how is it possible for him as Jennifer Walters' blood relative to give her a blood transfusion like he does in the comics that leads to her own Hulk powers emerging? At the time, I noticed a shot from the trailer that had me alarmed the MCU version of this character would not follow this origin from the comics and really ruin her origin altogether. If you watch here, we can see Jennifer Walters' transformation to She-Hulk in the reflection of what looks like the same car involved in the rollover accident she was presumably a part of, meaning there would be no Banner blood donated to her to cause her powers to emerge. It wasn't until watching the finale of Ms. Marvel that I started to formulate a reasonable theory about why this is happening, and now I think I know what's actually going on. Now, this is purely a theory, but I think they're going to make She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters, a mutant. And that will be the origin of her She-Hulk powers. Maybe when she meets up with her cousin Bruce Banner, like we see in the trailer, he'll explain the genetically altered mutation that she has, as well as that gene has actually just remained dormant until the traumatic accident she was involved in. And maybe they'll go in even deeper and also say that Bruce has that gene as well, but his wasn't activated until the gamma experimentation he conducted in the past. Also, if this is all taking place during the blip, they could even take things a step further and explain that Thanos' snap caused the initial mutation in her and maybe many others, and even tie that into gamma exposure and further tie that into Bruce Banner's gamma exposure that resulted in his own mutation. Basically, maybe we're getting a whole bunch of mutants and this is how they're explaining it? I don't know. All of this is really a theory built off of an epiphany I had based on one line from the end of the Ms. Marvel series finale. But I think it kind of adds up if you think about it, and could be another sign that the MCU is steering us into a collision with the X-Men and mutants taking a much larger role much sooner rather than later. Let me know what you think about all this. Am I way off base? Or the next phase of MCU movies and television shows about to get really interesting? Anyway, like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you're new so you don't miss anything else. Until next time, I'm out.